Polar bears play and play. Polar bears pounce and play a lot. Polar bears play on ice. Do you want to know what a polar bear looks like? Polar bears have big claws and are a little fat. A newborn polar bear is the size of a guinea pig and about 2 pounds. A male polar bear weighs 1,400 pounds. They have 4 legs and have big black noses. They look cool. Do you want to know about a polar bear's life cycle? If you do, you should probably listen to this. Do you like polar bears? First, about 1 or 2 babies are born. When a polar bear is born, they are about the size of a guinea pig and don't weigh much. Then the baby becomes a young adult. The baby keeps going till it's an adult. The next stage is death. Hope you enjoy learning about polar bears. Some information about a polar bear's food and nutrition. Polar bears eat ringed seals, bearded seals, and occasionally beluga whales. Polar bears wait for the seal to come to the surface. Then the polar bear catches it. A polar bear eats about 4 times a day. Do you think it's mean what polar bears eat? Hope you want to read more about polar bears because here comes some more. Do you want to know a polar bear's natural habitat? If you do, you should try to read this. Polar bears live in the northern Arctic and spend most of their time on ice floes. The Arctic has a lot of cold air and can get as high as 50 degrees and below zero. It is very icy and snowy. Polar bears are very interesting. Don't you think polar bears' habitat are fun to learn about? Do you know a polar bear's enemies and survival functions? The most dangerous thing to a polar bear is a human. Here's another one. That is a walrus. Did you hear about polar bears? Polar bears migrate. They will nap anytime. Polar bears wrestle and play. Have you heard they wag their heads to communicate? Do you think polar bears are neat? The important thing about a polar bear is that they are big, white, eat other animals, and are very lazy. But the important thing about a polar bear is that they are big.